down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer and turn on your remote, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone.
Well, hello there, everybody. It is Friday night. It is time for Guitar Safari, and that was Seth.
Charles and me, dude, that was Charles and me. Charles does all the solos, all those background solos. It's all Charles, right? Come on.
Oh man, how are you doing? How are
I'm
you?
okay. I'm all right. I'm California happy. I don't know what that means, Charles. I just said it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool. Mm-hmm.
So, can you hear that stuff going on in the background here?
Yeah, just a little bit. It wasn't alarming or concerning, but I thought to myself for 1 second. I thought,
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
All right, do me a favor. Start wandering through the chat.
I will.
Welcome people in the chat.
What do I do? Do I go to the top of the chat in the beginning?
Yeah,
All the way up? Okay, all right. I'll go.
and I'll be right back.
Like hell, you will. All right, I'll see you in a minute. We got this is not at the. I didn't even go all the way up. What up, L&M Guitar, dude? You guys are awesome. I like your. You guys were on at noon when I was at work the other day, and I couldn't even jump in, and I think I might have jumped in just for a second to say, hey, I was actually there, but I was checking it out. StreamYard says live view. Oh, it's not you guys. It says live viewer comments can be down there below. I only got to the StreamYard part, Charles, where it says live comments show up on the StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment and it will show on the screen. That's how far I'm in. It's early for that, but okay. But that's as far as I got. I'm just being honest with you. I didn't want to tell you I was already on chapter 3, and we didn't even get to Earl Coli, who said, howdy, all looking forward to another Guitar Safari with Charles and Seth. Very rounded name. Seth is too rounded of a name. What are we drinking tonight, boys? Question mark. Happy haircut, Chuck. Yeah, dude. Haircut, Chuck. How's that velvet Elvis top coming along? So let's answer that question while it's on screen.
You had one job.
I was doing great. I was doing
one job.
I was doing great.
Well,
and you weren't even gone that long. I'll tell you.
We haven't found the right velvet Elvis yet.
Okay.
We're getting, we got to find the big one,
You are gonna do one though? Is it gonna be a gag, or you're gonna do it to be like really?
I'm gonna do it just because Earl asked for it.
I mean, you can do it if you can do it. So here's the thing about Elvis stuff. Mm-hmm. There is still a market in another 40 well, not always. 40 years from now, your market is actually falling off pretty drastically every year.
Get it in quick.
It's like the Rod Stewart t-shirt market. You know what I mean? Like every year they have a diminishing sales. I think. I don't know. I don't have my hands on the books, but I'm just saying. All right, let's go through this.
Right, so we got Earl. We got Martin from L&M Guitar Corner. He's gonna.
I said hi to them.
I saw that.
Okay, good.
We got our buddy Zach Thong with the awesome acoustic collection there.
Amazing.
Fella's got some nice stuff.
We
got Herb of Fireside Studios, who is doing more instruction videos, which are really kind of cool. And
Hollow Flash?
No, these are playing things, and
I love that. I love and recording because he does a lot of good, and he does a lot of great editing, layering of visuals. And I'm like, what the hell? Is that an app or something? Something about Zach, though, I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. I bet you that Zach has other nice things as well.
I think so. I think
treats nicely.
He's limiting our view into that collection. Yes.
Well, yeah, or like when he shows you something at his house, it's usually like a sequence of things just to get the thing to show you. And then it's like, let me go here. And then he gets it. And it's like 4 things to open it. And then it's in a bag. And then he's like, check it out. Saber tooth.
Well, we got Michael Kraus, who would like to take his attorney to take him away from financial ruin, and it's not going well. I know, Michael. I feel you. I understand what you're talking about. And we got the guy with the coolest avatar in the world, time surfing alien.
Yeah, TSA.
And Canada is present with Patrick Trites. Good day, eh?
BT, the way you should be. He's hanging out with you and he's hanging out with me.
We got our buddy Wayne McConnell.
What up, Wayne?
And brother Randy Crooks is with us. He's been away for a while, had a little bit of a house fire, and getting back on their feet there. Wants to thank everybody for their support. Randy, we love you, buddy. If there's anything we do for you, let us know.
We got you. I mean, Randy, I'm glad that you're dealing with it. It's craziness.
And we got Brian from Searching from Tone.
Hold on. Who's that? Who's that?
I don't know. I think there's some kind of spiel here.
I don't know. I'm searching. I don't know, man. I've been looking for this guy. It's a great channel.
Oh, come on. They're all lined up.
All right. That's it. That's all.
So did you put the arrow on the back that says this is up? I got to know.
No, but I lined it up early so I knew when I grabbed it from here that it would be right side up.
I see. And we got Unfucking Believable saying hello to the chatosphere, or yo.
What is up? Unfucking Believable.
And he is hoping that his guitar journey does not lead him into bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy, another thing, right? I know. Everything I have is for sale. Presley private stock.
Got a new name in the chat. Neil Martin, welcome in.
What is happening, Neil?
Appreciate you.
Pleasure to meet you. And I would like to respectfully introduce myself. I am Presley, California Customs. And oftentimes in the past, I would randomly harass new people in a loving friend way, and then we never see him again. So please don't be that guy, Neil. Hang out with us for future shows.
Yeah,
prove that I'm not
acquired taste, but in the end you'll love me.
I know, but a lot of people do. I mean, a lot of people love my channel, Charles. It's crazy.
I do.
Thank you. It's entertaining. When I go live, there's going to be something funny that happens, but it's going to happen naturally because I do stupid stuff. Did you see when I knocked the whole nut blew out of the neck when I was working on the guitar? Yeah, that's what happens. The whole thing. I'm going to repair it with wood. I was going to put in that metal nut, and I just decided I can just put a piece of rosewood in there. Or, I got that. I got a little piece of wood. But it was very devastating in the moment, but we used to push through it.
It always is. And, you walk away from it long enough, you come up with a solution that works. So,
yeah.
We got the guest of Chat with Charles this Sunday, Eddie Fay.
What? I love that. Okay, Eddie. All right. I'm going to work, but I'll check it out on my way. I'll be lurking and driving.
So, we did a test today to make sure it would all work out. And Eddie is an absolutely delightful young man and looking forward to it.
Are you giving interviews now for this show, Charles? Pre-interviews, as if charisma tests, as it were? Like,
we wanted to make sure the equipment would all work.
And the equipment. Oh, that's like the second date for ladies.
Oh my gosh.
Or the third date, depending on the lady. They got to make sure the equipment works.
Yeah, we have a Snowcap Studios in the chat. Hello there.
What? Another new name, whom I shall not harass indiscriminately and crazily. like for no reason. That was not even the harassment. It's just saying hi with Sherman, who tries to make friends in my head.
And we've got Paul McNary.
What is happening? Paul in the house.
We got Cushman NYC saying cheers to everybody.
NYC, Kush. Man, in the NY, yes. I love it.
And we got brother Martian Murray.
Martian Murray in the house.
We got Metalworks. Ken is with us saying hello to both of them, saying cheers to you and I.
Yep.
And we got Dastardly Dave, who's been showing up in the Water Buffalo meetings of late, which is great.
Hey,
wonderful to put your Facebook name on that.
I love Dastardly Dave. Hip Metalworks. Is his avatar have a bunch of mushrooms on it? Is that mushrooms?
Yeah, those are mushrooms.
Well, I just want to tell you this. I truly feel that the human race fell out of sorts with itself and started messing stuff up when we stopped taking mushrooms as a society. All right. I'm not saying I take a bunch of mushrooms. I haven't taken any mushrooms in probably 10 years or more. But I don't think they're bad. And I think that we should be taking them, especially playing guitar, Charles. You should take some mushrooms and play guitar.
Are you saying that mushrooms make you a fungi?
They make you a fun guy. They do make you a fun. Oh, come on. Did we say that? I was just saying I like that. I guess I'm saying I like the avatar.
I got you.
Okay,
We got Papa Blue here in the chat. Hello there.
What's happening, Papa
Love it.
Blues, with that yellow Les Paul? Does it have a first fret inlay on that yellow Les Paul? Woo!
Now you're gonna make me go back. See,
I don't know. Is it? I can barely. Yeah. Come on.
there you go.
Hot dog.
Yeah, we got Ryan of OU812. Hello there, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna have to catch yesterday's show on replay. A fella got off of work. He laid down on the couch, didn't get back up. I tell you.
Well, let me tell you this: 45 minutes to get through their roll call, and I was there for 43 of them or something. And then I watched a couple songs. They were shredding. They were doing great. It was really fun to watch that. Their sound sounds so good on that show.
They are. It is an absolute joy to go over there and listen to them jam. Whether it be Thursday or Sunday,
It's much more high budget.
Going off gear on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like high budget. It's like they got it going. They know what they need. They went shopping for that one. It's good.
And Earl does remind us that California is the land of fruits and nuts.
Dude, you need to do a little research on Fairfax, which is like specifically somebody the fruitiest, nuttiest. But it's nice. We're like Berkeley used to be 25 years ago. Yep.
And we got BC Rich 581. He'd like his guitar journey to take him to Iceland, or maybe to Narnia, or Middle Earth, or.
Speaking of Fairfax, California, if any of our guitar people would be in the Northern California area and, want to come and hang, Fairfax is literally like a destination, little town, where, you could be in the Bay Area, come and visit and go back to wherever you were within the same day. Like you're going to come out and spend, or you can kick it in Fairfax too. But I'm just saying it would be neat if people are vacationing. Come on by.
Here you go. And we got brother Ben Combs saying, "Yo, Seth and Charles."
What up, Ben?
And why does Seth go first? What the hell?
Oh, come on. Dude, Charles, come on, man. Actually, alphabetically, you're right. You're true. I always get stuck on alphabetical stuff because I know, and I always just go, all right, it's alphabetical, whatever. I'm not first. Go ahead. But yeah.
And we got brother Scott Brockaway saying Safari Time.
I was actually talking about Ben, maybe his ears were burning, but in a good way, Ben, to a friend of mine at work who was talking about dialing in sounds and tones. And I was saying in a joking way, I was like, oh, shoot, you got to go watch Ben Coombs. And specifically some stuff. I mean, I'm sure you could watch lots of his videos where he does it, but he'll be like, oh, I got it. Somebody will say on the chat, oh, I want to hear this song or get that tone. And he'll be somewhere else and he'll turn around and you'll hear click, 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 and then a pause, which is the pause to do this and this and this. And then it'll come back and it's that tone. And you're like, that's literally like the studio album tone. And you're like stoked. So I told him to go, although it'd be fun if he had double camera and it showed as he dialed it in. But I'm not double camera. I'm low budget. I got lights taped to music stands. All right. That's how we're rolling. I got street lamp over here. You heard, I remember told you about street lamp.
Right. Yep.
Sure. Okay.
Well, if you want to know what else is here, we got Blue Mox.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Blue Mox.
We got Edward Robert New Jr. saying hello to everybody.
Somebody's brother loves him, but then there's Seth. No Todd Presley.
You ran Todd off. You were mean to Todd.
No, he's snowboarding. I think some snow is falling and he's gonna go shred.
Hello there to Steve Rezer. How is Steve Rezer? Wow, I'm doing it wrong now. He's got Steve Rezer in the chat here. Hello there, my friend.
We were chatting.
Ben says we should do a fat Velvet Elvis.
Ooh.
So not the skinny Velvet Elvis, but let's do the fat one.
You could do the guitar could represent Elvis. Like you could do a skinny guitar, and then you could do like a 335 Elvis. Or what's the big jump? Do like a jumbo jazz box for fat Elvis. That'd be funny. I was almost gonna pick up a jazz box kit because now I'm done with this here.
Well, you haven't done one. You might as well.
Well, I'm still waiting. I want to sell some guitars. It's not I'm not only in the habit of building. I also need to occasionally sell. But there's a few out there. Oh, there's somebody coming to the shop hopefully tomorrow to check
There
out.
you go. Well,
Check out.
we have the Canadian Olympic. Are you ready for this?
Okay. Yeah, I got
we have the Canadian Olympic hopeful Mark Taft here in the chat. Meanest set of bags in the world. I'm telling you. Man throws a mean bag.
What? He does what for the Olympics?
He throws a mean cornhole. Cornhole bag.
Oh, cornhole. Okay.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Would you? We just.
I don't know what you're talking about there. Throws a mean bag.
Let's see. Who else do we have with us? Because now everybody is just talking back and forth, and we don't matter. That's okay.
It's okay. We don't matter. Nope.
We don't matter. We got Tone Yeager with us saying, "Hey, you Charles 75 and Seth. Happy Friday, everybody." Why not?
Look, you got first billing on that one, Charles. Tone Yeager's likes you more. But it's bullshit. No. Guitar Safari. Guitar Safari with Seth and Charles. Let's see. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Alphabetically.
Herb says, did Seth just say he had little wood?
I got a little tiny little bit of wood.
Oh my.
So small. Wow.
And apparently we haven't completely traumatized Neil yet because he's using the emoji. So
good. Because it can be traumatizing. Sometimes he doesn't even have to talk. That is scary for a lot of people in the chat. Who knows what he's capable of? Like they see him in the background, like, oh, he's like a bad boss.
And of course, Michael Krause was just informing us that mushrooms are not legalized in mass in last election. It was so sad.
So sad. But what about if you're a church? Can you do it? Can you consume them as a sacrament?
And unfucking believable says that your journey takes you to fungus.
Fungus. I think that it's funny about my guitar journey because in life it's already taken me a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Being 50 and fake it till you make it, Seth. Right? I will.
Yeah. That's what you're doing. We're all faking it till we make it in this guitar journey, and who knows where it'll all end.
One time I shot a stupid little YouTube video with my wife because we had the time, and we had a flashlight swinging on a rope to make that effect, and we were just with zero money, but it was so much fun. The fun is the fun, right?
Yep. And Walla Cries has joined us tonight, as well as Eric of the Art of Noise.
Eric of the Art of Noise. I've been watching Eric's channel, I think.
Yeah, Eric is a fellow that has done some fabric tops, kind of sort of in the vein of what I've been doing, and so he gets on the videos and gets comments.
Very cool.
Ben's apparently used the Chinese system. He went left to right. No,
yeah, I guess I don't know.
I don't think so. He went right to left. I don't know.
It's and then sometimes you just throw it up either way. You just whatever comes into your head.
Even orders tacos in alphabetical order.
Mm-hmm. Well, I typically like to do things in an alphabetical order, but that's not the way it always is. Like you can't build a guitar in an alphabetical order. That's not going to work. You're going to run into some problems when you do some shit before you should do some other shit that you should have did. You know what I mean? Like there's a sequence that you got.
Matt, it was certainly some Dark Presley there for a moment.
Dark Presley. Well, I was red the other day. I was in here working and it was so hot and I forgot to turn off the heater and then I turned around and realized that I was overheating. But it's okay.
Well, Walla Cries, it wouldn't be that hard to do a denim top. It just anywhere, if we had, if you're depends on the denim you're using. If you're just using straight denim with no seams, it's going to be real easy. But if you were, sitting there wanting to take a jacket or a pair of pants or whatever and make them so that you could have your little pickpocket on your guitar, fellas thought about this.
Have your little pickpocket on your guitar. Yeah.
you wouldn't end up with a completely smooth guitar, but that might not be what you're looking for in that case, you know?
Right. I think I wouldn't like it. I don't think I would like that at all. I'd say no, thank you. But it might be cool for somebody else.
This is a really cool answer. Randy
What?
says, for me to answer your question for the show, I want my guitar journey to take me to the end.
Yep. All the way till yeah.
And apparently Earl is feeling the mushrooms as well.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying that as soon as they started saying, "Oh, don't take those are evil," then some real evil started happening.
Well, Ryan says, his guitar journey has been fulfilled when it brought him to this community, and
That's true.
Ryan is one of those guys where he's done so much for so many of us in the community, promoted everybody's channel, and he's got this, these great shows with these great groups of guys. And has built the community, as well. So appreciate everything he does.
I think it maybe build him a headless little guitar. Might be neat for him to use. It wouldn't be a trans trim unless you send me the trans trim. But even then, I'd have to get the template to route it. But I could route it now, no problem. Done. Bam. Routed in the neck pocket, Charles, the other day without a template, 3 minutes. Fit like a glove. I just did it into a 2x4 because I'm practicing.
Without it, you were brave though. That is a sucker can get away from you. Oh, you're using a plunge router though, right?
Yeah, I'm using a plunge router.
Okay, that's a different story.
Yeah, and I'm setting it all up. I'm literally doing it, showing students at high school. So I better not kill anybody. but no, it's very easy to do. That's why I'm saying you can do it very accurately too, because you take your first couple bites down the center of your cut, and anyway.
Yeah, you can see a whole lot more. You can control that plunge router more than one on a table. It's
no, on a table is freaking crazy without. I don't know how you would do that accurately without a template.
You wouldn't. You have to have the template to do it that way. And even then, it's hard to watch for tear out. So
yeah, that's another thing. Like if you can feel the wood that wants to kind of let go in chunks. You can, as you're skating it, and I'm getting very new at it, but I'm enjoying getting the feel for doing it quickly.
I don't know who Michael Krause is talking here, but I love this idea. You should name the headless model the Ichabod.
Ooh, the Ichabod crane. He may be saying the headless model that I was thinking about building for OU812's channel.
Yeah, maybe so. I love Dave. Safety third.
Safety third. Safety third. Well, here's the thing. I don't care if you hurt yourself, really, as long as when you do, you're wearing eye protection, ear protection, and shoes. Then you can rip your fucking arm off because you signed everything. You signed everything. All right. So, but I got to be there to make sure that you're doing the basic responsibilities. But
this is, and I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Came up, and it is so true of how different people in the community feel. And Zach Fong says, Ryan, you've built an awesome community. It's an honor, and I'm happy part of it. And and there's no shortage of guys like that in this community, right? You've got you've got Ben, you've got Brian, you get Terry.
Ben and Brian. That's two people.
That's a
no,
fun.
I'm just kidding.
It is just so many people there.
OU812. Speaking of mushrooms, right?
Oh,
OU.
Yeah.
OU812. Cool.
Ed is saying that his journey is learning what he can and meeting great people in this community, and he's been enjoying it as well.
Yeah, dude. All you need is 3 power cords and a crunchy amp, and to have some fun. The more fun you have, the better player you are, in my opinion.
And Wayne, with all the good advice here, don't rip your arm off. Have your friend.
I believe that. No, don't rip your arm. Oh, he's saying on a router. Somebody ripped their arm off using a router.
I guess with any power tools, right? Welcome in, Richard Clark.
Yep. I think it's a lot of the preparation for what you're doing and getting ready, and you know. But yeah, you're right. Don't get hurt. Don't rip your arm off. That would suck.
Almost. So, Seth, you know, it's an interesting question, you know, because, and I know we kind of broached this before on the channel, right? We kind of talked about it, but
yeah.
Well, where in the end do you want to see your guitar journey take you? Hello there, brother Keith H.
Well, where in the end? Let's say this much. I don't really want to think about that right now because that means the end. So I would say that continuing in my guitar journey, it might be nice at this point in my life to get a group of local people that can get together, you know, realistically twice a month for 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours a session, but everybody's good enough and everybody goes home with the music to where when the next time they come back, they got it. Right. And that would be fun. And then we could play a couple of shows here and there and have that outlet would be fun. Just because when you're doing that, you're not thinking about anything else but what you're doing. So that's where I want my next phase of my guitar journey to take me, because it's already taken me a lot of places. You know, I went and I worked for the premier Northern California guitar repair shop. And I went and worked there for, you know, over 3 years, close to 4 years. And, 3 and something. And then I've been building guitars for about 5 years, you know, parts casters, and it's got progressively more and more advanced, right, as I keep going. So now I'm up to set necks and getting into building them from scratch from wood. So,
well, you know, I have just been really overwhelmed by my experience within the guitar community, right? Because, you know, I came into it, I was just wanting to pick up an instrument that I always wanted to play and learn to play it, you know, and I'm on that path to do it. But I got so much more out of it. I got this great group of friends, this great community that we're all a part of here. I've got to meet people from Canada and Austria and all over the place, and just had a lot of fun doing stuff. And during that whole journey, I picked up a new skill.
Well, yeah, it takes you sideways, right? From where you thought you were. It's always like you thought you were in for one thing, and then before you know it, you're doing fabric tops. Well, I didn't know about fabric tops until I saw whatever I saw, and then I was like, well, shit, I should do it to my guitar. I got one sitting right here. I got an extra one.
And I just really sit there and got doing, you know, started doing something that took me in a direction I didn't expect it to go in. And, you know, I didn't, it gave me a whole group of people that I love being around and love doing things with. And just, you know, absolutely have had a great time doing it. And it's nowhere near where I thought it would go. So in the end, I want to welcome in Brother William De Silva. How you doing, my friend?
What is up, William De Silva? I wanted to tell Brian that, I refunded that guy that got the guitar for free.
Didn't know any more about that.
All
right. So, folks, where do you guys want?
Wait, hold on. We're not ignoring that subject for any specific reason, because fuck that. I'll talk about that subject. People that are complete crazy assholes that receive free stuff. We can talk about that for a minute. I mean, come on. I saw those things and they got me upset a little bit because I've been touched by the magic of people that are kind of crazy when it comes to guitars. And sometimes people have unrealistic expectations, but sometimes they just are out to harass us.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what, Seth? Here's the thing about it. You know, we come here.
Oh, I get it. We don't want to rant anymore tonight.
Well, we come here in this community to go and come and have some fun, right? And enjoy ourselves. And I, you know, for our show, I want this to be a place of positivity instead of a place where we let little things that happen tear us apart. We do the show to bring the community together.
But it's not tearing us apart to have solidarity to point out someone who's being a crazy asshole.
Well, no, but I don't also want to give it any fuel here either. And
well, it's not fuel to point out the obvious. And I'm just saying that, in the thought of our community, who we all love each other so much, let's have the solidarity to where if we get something for free, let's not complain about it ever.
Well, Eric says he started guitar repairs as a hobby, and he never thought, he would get guitars from others and work on and build, and start building them. And, it was the same kind of, the same kind of journey that I had been on, right?
That's where I've seen him from before, because he's like the same exact thing that I'm doing, like building and just getting more and more. And then you see somebody else do something and it pushes you, right?
Yeah.
And then you see a video on fall away on fret leveling, and you're like, oh, well, why don't I do some little bit of fall away on my next fret level from the 14th on down? Like, you just start trying new things. Charles, I didn't want to be negative, but I just didn't want to let that subject go by and not be touched, because it did touch me this week. And I had a moment where I was like, but I get you on the positivity, me, positivity galore. But I have been touched by crazy people. There's been people sometimes that dropped off a guitar this is funny though. At Guitar Works, they dropped off a guitar and they would start explaining it, because we know how guitar people are. We all are that, right? But they'd start explaining, and some of us are over the top. And they'd be like, then I need this and that. And be like, thinking in my head, just playing the tape down the road, like, this is not going to go. This is not going to make anybody happier down the road than we are right here in this moment. And I would be the guy that'd be like, I don't think we can do all that. So, but but then you talk to the boss and he would do it. But anyway, it's fine. I'd be like, nope. Nope.
You never know with people, and it's just it's very, life is too short to
be mad all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we got Zach Thong says he wants his guitar journey to hopefully put out a cover song at some point. So,
why cover song?
I'd like that. He wants to do a cover song soon. So he's putting that out there, and so now he's going to make it happen. I love it. Unbelievable says solidarity, not controversy. Don't even mention not enjoying the middle position on a Les Paul.
Don't even mention that. Les Paul middle position, we can't go into that subject at all. Middle position on Les Paul is fantastic. It is good. I love it. A little middle position on this 2P90s is fun. It's different. You just have to have your amp dialed for it and use a spot that works. So
Blue Mox says, Seth, my cat and you have never met, or have you?
I don't know what that means exactly, but do you have any clue, Charles?
I am not sure.
But here's the thing. I don't not like cats. I'm just not like a cat guy. My mother-in-law has cats, love them, but I don't have cats, and I won't go usually touch your cat, because cats I think can hurt you more than dogs if they really want to. They're like hardcore. They'll, if they really want to, they could just kill you at any moment. That's what I think when I look at cats.
Oh,
dogs, I think I could defend myself from a dog because they're like less smart. I think a cat has got it all figured out. They're like, if I jump up there and pull that down, that furniture will kill that human. So that's so I'm more scared of cats. So.
Well, it is just one of those things where I've been able to enjoy what this journey is taking me on, and I'm interested to see where else it's going to go.
You think you play live, Charles? I want you to play live, or I want you to like get in a band or something. That'd be fun.
I would love to get there. And the one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to streamline some things in my life so that I have more time to be on the guitar to get closer to that.
Right. And then hopefully retirement at some point, and then you could just be in like one of those retirement bands and rock out and get to really turn your amp up in a real scenario. That'd be fun. So
And Ryan says he enjoys a good phaser in front of the amp too. So yeah, that sounds like fun. Why not?
ooh, if you got it, hell yeah. I mean,
Okay, are you sitting down? Are you? Because
I am sitting.
Now for this one. So Matt says his guitar journey is to somehow incorporate the microwave to a pedal board.
Okay.
Radiating riffs.
Ooh. Okay. Some guitars radiate riffs. As soon as you touch them.
Yeah.
I mean, some guitars just write certain kinds of music, and good guitars, right?
And Hip wants to know if Ryan's got that phaser set to stun.
It's always stunned. As soon as he starts shredding a couple solos, just bending. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that wordplay. That was just really great. And of course, Scotty, pedal guy extraordinaire, says he enjoys, he enjoys a good almost any pedal in front of an amp. So.
A good pedal in front of a good amp. All you need is one or two. Like I typically would have my amp that already has reverb and 2-channel. I would probably have my chorus. I would probably have my compressor. I would probably have my digital delay. I'm sorry. And then my sustainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have, if I was going OG, I have a treble boost. That's like an always on treble boost. It's just like you put it on and just a little bit of glory. But I don't run that rig very much.
Here you go.
There's too much stuff.
Too much stuff?
It's just too much stuff. I run my Mesa dry it's got reverb in there, and then I got 3 channels. I just do that. That's what I do when I'm down here. And then I have my Spark 40 upstairs. So that's got everything. So
Michael Cross says he would love to play with people again, write songs again.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Get after it, buddy. Get after it.
Well, it gets hard because the older you get, then people. Well, it's easy, then it's hard, then it's easier again. Because after kids are out of the house and people get older, they get more time. But there's that period of time where you're like, kids stuff can't deal with a band. Band. That's like for me. That's kind of been hang gliding has been on the rocks that's a bad way to say it. I'm not doing hang gliding for a little while until I get into a space where I've got a little bit more time to dedicate to really getting out there and doing that and staying off the rocks and the trees and then land right in the field.
Yeah.
And a tree wouldn't be that bad. I mean, all things considered, they're way better than rocks.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you have your option, if there's a patch of trees and you're going down and a patch of rocks, I'm going for the trees.
All right, you do that.
All right.
Eddie Faye is looking forward to playing more guitar in retirement for sure. Yep, sure. I figure once I get around to once I get to retirement, it is going to be doing all the stuff with guitar that I want to do, the playing, doing the fabric top thing maybe full time, just even
as much
myself, just doing them and having fun with it.
And that's when it gets more fun for us to fine tune our shop and fine tune our process and get into, because our brains enjoy figuring out the technique and getting to the next. I know what you're saying. Like you would love to have the plunge router set up, so you're not doing it in a blind upside down router template situation. Like that sounds scary and awful.
For sure. I want to say hello there to Dwight Bailey, who said hello to me, and he independently said hello to you.
Whoa, yeah.
House people, the Hitman is in the house.
Nice. Hitting us up separately.
And every time I think of his Guild acoustic, there's a tear that comes to my eye.
Do you have anything that has a roller bridge on it, Charles?
I do. I have a
Let's see it. Show it to me.
I have a Firefly that's got a roller bridge on it because I was going to go ahead and get a trim arm for it. And
Yeah,
I never went about doing it. And
sorry,
but I am considering getting a roller bridge for the Gretsch on the chair back there.
I put a roller bridge on anything. Who cares if it, if it's hardtail or not? It's just some of them are nice and nicely adjustable and have the perfect radius. Like I had one that was 12-inch radius and a board that's 12-inch radius, and I like the way it looked, so I popped one on this one. Actually,
there you go.
Pop the roller bridge on here.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed it was a roller bridge.
Well, it wasn't last week, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But now it is because it just fit. I had it in my parts bin and it fits, and I kind of like it's gold, and I just like the way it looks, and I put it on and I like the way it felt when I played it. So, and since I have chromes on there, I just liked it. So I'm keeping it. 12-inch radius, perfect for the board. Why not? Let's do it. But now I got this other, bridge that I'm not going to need. Well, I'll just use it. It's just back in the parts bin. It's like taking one out, swapping one out. You know what I mean?
John, how you doing there? Welcome in, buddy. Glad you're with us. And everybody's been saying hello to the Hitman.
Man, what is up with Dwight Bailey in the house? Ah, man. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. Dastardly Dave said it's a cool guitar.
It is. It is.
I appreciate. Oh, maybe Dastardly saw me play it. I played it. I just did a live since I was doing like a plan since I got somebody coming to the shop to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to play a guitar for hours and hours if I can to experience it, know about it, feel it, and if anything's going to go wrong, hopefully it goes wrong while I have it, right? Not while somebody else has it. So,
well, Scott is writing a song. It's called "Oops, I Farted with Her Head Under the Blanket Again."
So, as Scott, we used to say, "Oops, I pooped on my hand. I pooped on my hand." And I forgot what the last part of that verse was, but it was hilarious and entertaining in every way. Kind of like Britney. Sorry. I do.
Let's see. And then Blue Mock says he's on a long journey to shred, improvise as an old turd. Learning songs is like going to the dentist for me.
I get it. But I do like the idea of shredding. I do like, and I feel like I shred now, but then I see other people play and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't shred. But then, we can always get better. So, yeah. Michael, you think he owns just you need to clean up your tools, get out there and do something. Come on,
right, man. Why not?
Yeah. I want to get, although they have gotten better and better, like the one that we have is a brand new little DeWalt one on a battery pack, and it's plenty powerful, and it just makes it very easy and it's on this little slide mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing it doesn't have is a hooked up suction thing for the vacuum, which I would love to have, or a air blowout, of the hookup for air to blow out.
I am going to build a box to take all that sand up, all the residue away when I sand guitars, because it's just so much easier.
Oh, totally. I mean, and you could even incorporate one into the center of a workbench or the one end of a workbench. I might just build a bench while I was doing it.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Yep. I know. I always sand outside, typically, not in my shop at all, unless it's raining so bad and I have to get something done.
Well, Matt says he legitimately has a song called "Bro, It Wasn't a Fart."
Bro, it wasn't a fart. Yeah.
And Martian Murray, he says, I just want to write some songs.
Nice. Okay. I wrote a bunch of songs. I got one that went all the way to Spotify and Apple Music, and I like that. I don't ever get the stats on it anymore, especially the Apple stats on what no one downloads and pays for music anymore. So that's not a thing. It's not like I get any money from it, but it's fun to see if people listen to it still on Spotify.
Yeah. Well,
some people love it. Some people go and like, there's some monthly followers that are just like, they listen. It must be on like somebody's playlist. Like they do workout or whatever. And they're like, I'm listening to that Seth Presley song. But, so it's probably about, at the most 400 people in a month will listen to that song.
It is. I've always loved that song. I've always. It is in. It is in my head.
You know why though? You know why it's in your head though? Because you like the Beatles, right? The melody that I didn't even realize this until out of the studio, done, buttoned up, record done. The melody of the keyboard that I wrote because I was originally on guitar is literally "Here Comes the Sun." Ba ba da ba ba da 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 ba ba da da da. And I was like, and so my niece was like, "Here comes the sun, da 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 da." Here's that. I was like, "You stop, you stop."
See, this is, and it is great. I hear it now.
Yeah, right? I know, and I hear it now too. After I had cut the record and it was all done, I was like, "Did I hear that song on the way to the studio or something?" And I was like, but it fits in my song, and you can't tell it's not obviously a
right. It's just enough. It's just enough different for it to be, under. There's only so many songs that can be written, but it's that doing something different with it, right? That really makes a difference.
Yeah,
and all the greats have been influenced by other people, right? It's
but I don't like the Beatles.
Get in your head and it come out.
I don't know how that happened.
And here's another great thing about this community, and I want to draw attention to it. Blue Mox has been getting with my brother Ed and helping him learn the guitar. And he says he's slowly learning to teach my brother, your brother, of course, my brother.
Okay.
And he did his first improvisation today. So that was really cool. Congrats.
Heck yes. You get that blues scale down and you show them the bendy notes. That's what I like to do, and then play a backing track in A minor and just play that A minor blues scale and bend here and here. And then that's so fun.
For sure. And Jeff K says learning songs can be a mini journey, one section at a time. He says, I dig it, but it's like putting a puzzle together and demystifying something that you thought was unachievable.
I agree, Jeff K. There's a song by a gentleman, Glenn Phillips, called Amnesty. The first time I heard it, I was mad at Glenn Phillips for writing that song because I felt like there was way too many chords in it and I'd never be able to play it. And I could play almost all his other stuff, but eventually I got it down. I could play it but yeah, I get you.
And John Dotson says he can't think of anything better to do while he waits, at night for his meds to kind of kick in, his brain to kind of turn off, right? That's playing some guitar, that's a good way to end your day.
Absolutely. When you got to try to, have you ever slept and had a riff in your head when you're sleeping? Like a riff that you had to play that was maybe your riff or maybe a riff you heard, but it was like you had to play it and it was just in your head.
I have been, I had pulled out a Stevie Ray Vaughan CD the other day and put it in the car, and I drove to work Thursday, yesterday, and listened to it all the way down there, all the way back, and got caught in traffic on the way home, so it was like an hour and a half to get home.
Yikes!
But I sit there, I'm working today. And the album is playing through my head the whole day long.
You got to go home and play some, try to get that tone.
So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one song after another all day long, just running through my head. It was great.
Right. I get the same thing. Where I had one song that's really, it's a simple riff. It's not even a riff. It's a riff that everybody's written at one time in their life because it's like a chromatic walk up. But it was in my mind with like the lyric pattern, like cut you loose, it's about time that you should know. All this, the rhythm of the lyrics and the riff was in my head while I was sleeping, and it wasn't a song that I had written before. And I woke up, I was like, I got to play this, and it ended up being a song. But it's a very simple looping riff, and it's more of a rock. You might call it like a rock rap because the lyrics are very rappy. But it's called Cut You Loose. It's about breaking up with a chick because you looked into their cell phone and found a bunch of pictures of them cheating on you, so that you decide to go ahead while you have their cell phone and post them all the pictures of her cheating to her socials and stuff. So I had a week where I had two different bartenders tell me stories about they recently broke up about separate things involving that kind of cell phone thing. And then for some reason that song came into my head, Cut You Loose.
There you go. Well, back when you were asking that question about, you ever had a riff run through your head? And
yes.
Well, John says, yeah. And he hoped he remembered it the next morning.
Yeah. That's why iPhones are good. You can just voice record and just say the riff, like riff it out as best you can, just so you can hopefully get it back later. It sucks if you have a bunch of recordings on your iPhone on your voice memo that are all a bunch of ideas, and then you upgrade or whatever happens, and it becomes a hassle getting the voice memos. I've had that be. I've also had it where it went smoothly, and I have a bunch of voice memos of cool recordings.
So have you? Has that helped you take something from what was maybe just an idea and all the way into a song? Have you done anything? Have you done stuff with them? Have you pulled them back out? Or
I got a ton of songs that I have recorded on my looper pedal that are like, I've got mini SD cards with about 10 songs that are all originals that are sequenced and written in and looped. I actually just switched one over earlier tonight and was hitting it and playing. Like I Need You Now is on that card, and like 4 or 5 other songs. There's one called People Be Cray about Oakland and how crazy people are, and just a few original songs that I used to actually perform when I would go out and perform with the trio looper, and I would even get paid for performances that were low key and not huge, but they were cool.
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
they are arguing in the chat over the best band car, and and saying, of course, Steve was saying, well, the Monkees had the coolest band car, and OU812 is saying, no, the Partridge Family. John was agreeing with Steve, and then Scott says, hold on, a school bus, seriously?
It's definitely the Presley, California Customs Geo Metro. I'm just saying that, that is by far. I have carried, just so Ryan knows this one, I used to do trips back and forth from the guitar shop, and sometimes in that $750 car, it wasn't uncommon that I would have $75,000 worth of guitars in the back of it driving, because you got 10, 20, I would put 15, 20 guitars in that thing.
I think Matt's onto something here. He says, we all know ZZ Top had the coolest band.
Pretty good. ZZ Top's pretty good.
Yep.
Probably some rappers too. Some of the rappers with those big lowriders, big Impala.
Here's the thing I'm thinking though. If we count the Geo Metro as a band car,
yeah,
right, that means we have to count Quentin James's Hyundai as a band car.
What his Honda can't compete with the Geo Metro. Do we need to race? Is this a challenge? Because if we're going downhill,
that's right. Quentin James and his Hyundai up against the Geo Metro.
Geo Metro's the heartbeat of America, Charles. That's Chevrolet Geo. The heartbeat of America beats in that vehicle. All right. So I want you to know when I'm driving it, I feel American. It says Heartbeat of America, I think, on the little thing.
Okay.
To remind me. I need to make a video on that. That'll be my best performing video ever. I'll probably get beyond 370 subscribers the minute that Presley California Customs reveals the Geo Metro.
Yeah, you got to load it up with gear, like the amp and the guitar.
Well, yeah. Where do I want my guitar journey to take me, Charles? Well, in the Geo Metro, it might take me about 2 blocks.
So here's a question for you: does the Geo Metro have a peed-on steering wheel?
No. Peed on? No one pees on that steering wheel. That thing is high. Here's the thing about it. It's high caliber for what it is. It's amazing. My wife's leaving Tiburon, Charles, just so we all know. Tiburon is a really nice part of California where people they're rich. They have like mass wealth live in Tiburon.
She's warning you she is en route.
And that's where her old boss lives in Tiburon, but like not in the Tiburon, but still Tiburon. And now she's on her way back. Like the views there look right over to San Francisco, and it's amazing.
All right, so Ryan has weighed in. He says, "Look, the Hyundai has a peed-on steering wheel, so it wins."
No, I don't think that should even be part of the criteria. That's not even fair. Mine doesn't have power steering. Mine has rack and pinion steering. Mine has a carburetor, and mine has 3 cylinders. Okay. It's freaking amazing. I open up that engine, and motorcycle, people are like, "Oh, I want that engine." And I'm like, "For your motorcycle, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." Not for a car. What were you thinking? I mean, this is stupid for a car, but on my motorcycle, I got a lawnmower that would fit perfect in.
I tell you though, we started a show on guitar journeys. I didn't think we were going to talk about band cars and peeing on steering wheels.
Peeing on steering wheels. I don't know what kind of controls going on there to get pee all over there, or how that even happened. I'm hoping it was a bottle transfer while driving. Like you didn't want to pull over, and
So Eddie wants to know: are you still getting close to 50 miles a gallon out of the Metro?
Last time I clocked it, I think it was 46, which is not bad for that old of a car, right? And I'm not doing a whole lot of upkeep on that baby, so let's just say it's parked a lot.
Yeah, at some point, Quentin has told the story of how the peeing on the steering wheel got there, and I'm not sure which live stream it was on, whether it was on his or one of Ryan's, or
right.
On one of Ryan's, but I can't be for sure.
Hey, Blue Mox was commenting on my hair. I think my hair looks pretty good tonight. It was terrible the other day. It was a weird. Anyway, I think I did okay. I'm calling this like a 7.8. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a weird thing now. It's going forward on the sides now and backward on the top, which is hard to pull off. But I got a cowlicks everywhere on my head. There's nothing else I can do. I'm serious. It's like barbers look at my head and they're like, just like I did with the crazy guitarbers. Barbers look at my head and they're like, "Nope, I can never make you happy. Get out of here." Same thing.
Well, Randy said today was too long. He's going to cut off a little early and going to have a couple drinks. Peace and love, everybody. Love your brother. You have a good one.
I'll text you later, Randy. Appreciate you.
And Scott Brockway says the duck butt hairdo. Yeah.
Come on.
Duck's ass, the one in the back. I remember that.
Yep.
I might have rocked that look more than once.
Don't hate, participate. Mm-hmm. You can pull this off at age 50. You need to jump on board and still pull this shit off if you could do it at age 50. Because I got a lot of friends that are like, they're not doing this, and they're like, "Seth, keep doing it for me."
Well, Seth, we have used up our hour again, and
all right,
Charles Green and Mitch
Heyman.
What the Mitch Heyman's going on here?
Yep.
They are coming up here in like now,
like 30 seconds. So
welcome. Thanks for stopping by, Rico B. We're Charles Green and Mitch Heyman can get going. So if you guys ain't got anything else to do, go on over there and check out those fine gents. I absolutely love that show over there. And another Prince of the guitar community. Everyone, thank you for being with us, and thank you for helping keep this nice and strong and
a happy community
here. Yeah, for sure.
With no refunds.
You know, Seth,
Sorry.
I think we have to take us out here in style, and I'm going
Go with Ben Coombs.
with the classic here.
Yep.
I am taking us out.
Come on, people, Charles and me, about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer and turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume,